Hello, I'm Jed Meyer, President and CEO of St. Cloud Federal Credit Union in St. Cloud, Minnesota. What I would say to young professionals is when you're dynamic and you're driven, oftentimes when you start out in your career, you're ready to blaze the trail to the top of the mountain, if you will, and you can accomplish anything, and you really spend a lot of time trying to prove what you can accomplish. And my advice to young professionals is that, never miss the opportunity to learn from those who've been in your shoes before. One thing I've learned in my career is this, is you simply cannot replace the wisdom that comes with experience. And so I would tell young professionals to pay attention to those who you're surrounded by and learn from them. What I would tell first-time leaders is this: the people you're leading simply are not you. There's a reason you were promoted to leadership, and so know that the people you're leading need a different level of support. The people you're leading are completely different than you. They might get to a result in the exact opposite way that you would get to the result, and so you have to remember that you have to individualize your leadership to everybody that you lead. The second thing I would say to first-time young leaders is this: get out of the execution. I think one of the biggest jumps in leadership is going from being an individual producer to leading individuals who are producing. Early on in your career, you have to ask yourself, do I need to be involved in this situation for the result to be positive? You have to ask yourself, how is my staff performing when I'm not there? As you progress in your career, your influence will increase and your control will decrease. And a great example of that is right now, as I'm talking to this camera, there's a lot of interactions that are happening in my credit union. I've influenced each one of those interactions, but I have very little control over what's happening in them at this moment. So you have to learn how to produce great results through influence with your leadership. And the last thing I would say to a young leader is this: is never stop striving for that balance between being tenacious and being humble. Tenacity in the form of you're always accountable to the outcome no matter what as the leader. But humility in the sense that you don't have to go it alone, and true greatness comes from collaboration. A risk worth taking. I used to have a leader who said, let's lead to the majority and not the minority. We're in an industry where we're responsible for people's information, for their assets and their finances. But the truth of the matter is that only 1% to 2% of the people who walk through our front door every day will intentionally or unintentionally cause our organization harm. The other 98 or 99% truly are 100% trustworthy. And we have to have operational excellence. That's a requirement in our jobs. But I would say a risk worth taking is never stop striving to lead to the 99% of the people who are owners of your organization and who are 100% trustworthy.